Hey everyone, hope everybody's having a good day. We want to get out some shout outs and some more rapture dreams. Kiki Bird, I want to thank her. She went through some of the dreams. People that's having problems with them. I think it was, let's see, Brittany was having problem with some of her dreams, and we appreciate Brittany writing in. So Kiki went over them, and then I went over it also, and I agreed with Kiki with everything she come up with. So thank you, Kiki Bird, and also thank you, Brittany, for writing in. Clint Williams, Sean. Uh, let's see. I think it's Michalak. He's been sending me a lot of stuff, and I thank you, Sean. And Dot sent me some beautiful pictures. IS, Zachary Butler, once again, always sending me great stuff. RS also, and Brittany Herbert. So I appreciate all of you that sent anything. Like I said, you just send it to Chris Estep03 at Gmail. If you have anything, you see anything, you find crazy pictures. If you have any pictures of the moon, sky, whatever, anything that's out there, if you find it on the internet, you send it to me, and I'll definitely talk about it. Let's see, what have we got here? I know Pebbles sent me something else in, so let's see what Pebbles has to say. See, a friend of mine at work talks a lot about the rapture and all the signs we're going to see. She brought up a question about will we hear the shofar or how loud it will be. It's so funny, Pebbles. I was thinking the same thing tonight, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm sitting here and I'm going through these videos and I'm trying to edit and do different things, and I heard a trumpet, and it was loud, and it just kept going, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I ran to the door, ran outside, didn't see a thing. It was just, I don't know. So then it occurred to me, Pebbles, that I was thinking at this time, I wonder if we're the only ones to hear it and everybody else don't hear it. That's a good question. That's a good possibility, and that gave me the thought before this. So something to think about. So I came home that night and prayed, Lord, just when the shofar blows, how loud will it be? Who all will hear it? Will everyone hear it? Well, several days went by and no answer. So one day I put on some Christian music, and started singing and dancing around the house while cleaning. One of my favorite Christian singers came on. It had the blowing of the shofar in it. I started asking myself if that is how we will hear the shofar in the song. Shofar stopped, but I kept hearing the shofar still blowing, and it was like getting louder and louder. That's kind of like what I heard. I started looking out the window and the doors in my house to see if I could see. That's exactly what I did, Pebbles. Exactly. It was so loud that there was no mistaking what I was hearing. My heart was pounding harder and faster. I did the same thing. Thoughts went through my mind, and this is it. Is this it? Is it it? Is it time? I'm ready. And it stopped. Later that day, I thought how loud that sounded. Everyone would hear it. But I don't think that fits Scripture. Then the Bible verse came to mind, John 12, 28, 29. 28, Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again. Then 29, the people therefore that stood by and heard it said that it thundered. Others said an angel spoke to him. After reading, I felt that this was Jesus answering my questions. Believers hear the shofar and non-believers. I'm really I'm gonna back you on that, Pebbles, because I think the same thing. I'm telling you, it's funny that this is the first one, and I didn't plan to go through this one first, Pebbles, and that just happened to me like 10 minutes ago, and then that's a confirm for you and me. It will just be us to hear it; the other people won't hear it. Pebbles, it's confirmed because that just happened to me before I cracked this open. I promise you, that's crazy. But he was confirming that. We're going to be the ones hear it. Nobody else. Oh, my goodness. Whew. That's crazy when it happens, but I love it when that happens. But that just happened to me right before I cracked this up, and I haven't read it yet. Not this one, because Pebble sends me a lot of stuff, but I hadn't read this one yet. I just ain't had time between work and everything else, and I've marked this that I have to read it, and I want it to be the first one tonight. And it just happened, that happened right before this happened. So that's, oh my goodness, that is something else. That's a confirm on that one. Let's see. I'm excited now. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Kiki because she sent in. I love your channel and your videos. You're such a blessing. I'm posting a dream that I had that was weird. My notes are included. I didn't note the date, but it was between 12:13 and 12:17 in my notes. Early morning hours, I didn't check time. I saw a silver airplane setting on a runway. I believe it was a drive-by an airplane hangar at a small airport. The airplane was all silver and basic looking, and maybe the older plane was from the 50s or 60s. The top of the body had like sheet metal sections that I could see, actually rivets all around them. That sounds like one of the older ones, like the old bombers. The left wing was broken off about more than 1/3, but not quite half. The apostle was there. Apostle Paul was there. I wish I could dream about Paul. I can't really recall what he looked like, but I knew it was him. It feels like he had a short brown gray hair, a bomber jacket, and mechanics type clothes, but I didn't see him real well. I heard someone say Paul will fix the Silver Eagle's broken left wing, and even the other. The right wing didn't look broken, but it seemed to have something wrong with it that he was going to fix it too. The plane faced me. I never walked around it. The season was like late spring, not sunny, not gloomy either. I saw grass and weed patches around the small airplane hangar. It felt deserted there. Notes. I found there a silver airplane. It's a Cessna. It looks like all many silver planes of old. Amelia Earhart flew one. Okay, I pray for the decoding the dream, talking about it to Pat. It hit me that maybe it means when the plane is fixed, we're ready to take off. Apostle Paul did speak of the mystery of the rapture. Yes, he's the one. He's the first one that got the rapture. That's where the pre-trib or the post-trib and the mid-trib get it all wrong, and they put it all the way back into Matthew, and that's not where it's at. Paul got it. That's where it's at, was Paul. He's the first one to find out about it. The left and right wings were easily the political parties now. The Eagle and the Silver Eagle I took for the U.S. Why a small plane, not many passengers expected. Why is Paul the mechanic? Does this all work together? I mean, the rapture soon after a few things are fixed. Planes can be for rescue. I agree with all what you've come up with there, Kiki. I love that dream. I wish I could dream about Paul. That would be awesome to be able to dream about the Apostle Paul. He's my favorite of the apostles. I love him. I mean, just think about all the work he did. I mean, but see, that's the thing that the post-trib and the mid-trib people, they don't want you to know. They don't want you studying Paul because they don't acknowledge him. And if you go into Revelation and the seven churches, and what happened was the seven churches was already starting to turn against Paul because they wanted, and these are Gentile churches, but they wanted literally to keep preaching this other stuff that wasn't what he said. Because our gospel is the gospel of Paul. Bottom line, you can't take it back to Matthew, and everybody tries to take it back to Matthew when Jesus was on earth. Jesus left, and when he died, and he rose again on that third day, he went into heaven. Later on, he told Paul a mystery, which that is what we go by as our gospel is by Paul. So the rapture wasn't even a thought before Paul. And then Paul was letting us know that, hey, this is what he said. He's going to come and get the church. You're going to be gone. Then after we're gone, the 70th week of Daniel will take place. Because it hasn't happened yet. They won't tell you that. It's just for the Jews. Because once we're gone, we're up in heaven. That's done. Then he's working on the Jews to bring them. Because, see, they turned him down the first time. They won't this time. It's prophesied they will, at the end, they will say Jesus the Messiah. But that 7 years is not for us. It's not for the church. That's why the church is gone. They don't teach you that because they don't want you to know. Lucifer hates that we're going to go. He hates it. That's why he has the church teaching there's no rapture because he don't want you to be raptured. He wants you down here to have to take the mark of the beast so you can eat and drink. But that's not what it says. It's a lie from Satan. And he uses church people to spew this crap and these lies. That's what he does. Because he don't want you to go. He's going to try to hold on to you. Why do you think Jesus said, I'm going to come as a thief of the night? So Lucifer don't know. To get you out. I mean, and it's so easy to figure out. It's right there. It's in plain English, but it's Satan. He has the church tell these people lies. So they don't want it, so they take their eye off the ball. And they're not watching for Jesus. That's what all this is about. See, if you teach post and mid, you're not watching for Jesus. And what did he say? If you ain't watching for me, you're asleep. So, which one's the truth? Use your brain. Because I'm telling you, what they teaching you is Satan. And I'm telling you, he runs the church. And he has these people spewing out crap that you will not believe. And it's going to take them to hell. Don't let them take you to hell with them. Because I'm telling you, what they're teaching is false. I've proven it in videos. If you read it yourself, you'll know it's false. But people will, I'm telling you, it says, Jesus talked about it. Even in the 7 churches that, hey, people will follow these people straight into hell. Will follow them straight into hell because these people, the church is so bad in the last days. He talks about it with the church of Philadelphia and the church of Laodicea, that the last generations of the church is so corrupt it makes him just want to throw up. And that's what you got now. You got a bunch of people preaching stuff that is not real. And he told me in that one dream, he showed me 2 Jesuses. One that was fake and one was real. That's why I said, they're teaching a Jesus that it's fake. Now you got to choose, and you just ask the Holy Spirit. He'll tell you that there is no post and no mid-trib. I mean, he'll tell you if you just ask. But see, people don't want to know because they love the world. They don't want to leave it. They want to stay down here forever. Even if they have to suffer for 7 years, they don't want to leave. They don't want to go with Jesus. This is all it's about. I don't want Jesus to come. That's what these people, because they're scared, because they know when he comes, he takes us out, what's going to happen. And they want to bring you and try to keep you here with them, because they know what's going to happen to them. If you're lost, believe on Jesus, what he did on that cross for you. He said in the last days, just call my name, I will come to you, and you will be saved. If you don't see me again, I want to say thank you, and I'll see you in heaven. For all the subscribers, thank you for all the people writing in, doing all these things, and sending me in the visions, dreams, whatever you got. Sending me information, videos. I appreciate every one of you. You're part of the family, and we love having you here. If you want to subscribe. And like I said, we're here until Jesus comes again. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. But until then, we're here together. We're going to sit here as one big family on this channel. And what we're going to do is wait for him to come back and part the sky. That's what we're going to wait for. I love every one of you. I'll probably try to do another video or two. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel. If you don't see me again, I'll see you in heaven.